Hello, you guys. Welcome. I want to know, how many times have you sat down to create some kind of content? Maybe it's a Facebook post or an Instagram, or maybe it's something for your blog, your website, your landing page. You sit down to write it and your mind just goes completely blank. Or worse, you put something out there and you feel like you completely nailed it, and all you heard was crickets. It didn't get nearly the engagement that you would have liked. If you can relate to that, you're definitely not alone, and this is exactly what we're going to talk about in today's Facebook Live. I'm so happy you're here. My name's Chelsey Benzel. I am a business coach for coaches and conscious online entrepreneurs who know they have something amazing, something life-changing to share with people, but maybe struggling to get their message in front of the people that they're here to help. I'm also the host of the Soulpreneur Society, a private Facebook group for female entrepreneurs. I've included the link to come join us, so click that and request to join after this video, because I've got some really exciting stuff to share with you over the course of this Facebook Live. Yeah, so I want to know, as you pop on, say hello, whether you're here live, you're watching the replay, maybe you're watching this on my blog or on YouTube, wherever you are. Drop a comment below, let me know you're here, and along the way, let me know if you have any questions, or even just let me know if you're picking up what I'm putting down, because a lot of what I'm going to share today is stuff that I myself have personally struggled with, and it's some stuff that it's pretty universal in the online space, these mistakes that people make and ways that we can shift what we're already doing to get more engagement out of our stuff. Now, before I go any further, I just want to make sure that this post is being shared in the Soulpreneur Society, so those lovely ladies that are tuning in from my group can join us. Just bear with me for 1 second. I'm really excited to you guys. I have a really exciting announcement to make, paired with a giveaway that is something I've never done before, and I'm really excited to tell you about it. So make sure you stick around to the end to hear the details about that. Just sharing this post right now. Here we go. To the Soulpreneur Society. Okay. All right, so if you saw the announcement this week on Facebook or in my group, you'll know that I just launched my brand new website, chelseabenzel.com, and I'm so excited that this is finally live. It's something that I had been sitting on and trying to work on by myself for a while, and I finally hired a copywriter who helped me pull it all together, and I'm going to talk about why that was so important a little bit later in this video, but seriously, having someone in my corner to help me was a game changer. And I just want to preface too, I want to kind of put a bit of a disclaimer on the whole website thing, because when you're first starting out, I want to be really clear, your website does not need to be your main focus. I know that's contrary to popular belief, but your main focus when you're just starting out is getting in front of the people you're here to help. It's attracting your clients, it's signing clients and starting to make those first few sales in your business so that you can increase your confidence, you can build up some testimonials, some reviews from people, and get people results, and just really get into that role of being the coach or whatever it is that you're offering. It's stepping into that role. So I just want to get that out of the way. I don't want you to feel like you need to have a perfect website, whatever perfect means. But I know it's easy to look at other people's websites especially, and their Instagram, their content, whatever it is, and see it as an indicator of a successful business. But at the end of the day, you don't know what's going on behind the scenes in anyone else's business but your own. So don't get wrapped into that comparison and feeling like someone else's stuff is better than yours. Anyway, that could be a whole other topic for another day, that whole comparison thing. But yeah, your focus needs to be attracting your clients, the people that are already out there looking for someone to help them with what they're struggling with. And maybe those people are already seeing your stuff. Maybe they're out there, they might be completely missing your stuff, and what I'm going to talk about today is going to help you get in front of them. But what's worse is someone who is seeing your stuff, someone who you know you could help, who would be the perfect client for you, but they're seeing your stuff, but they're confused, or they don't know how you can help them, or they don't even really know what you do aside from the title that you've given yourself of coach or nutritionist or whatever it is that you're showing up as. So I'm going to help you to really reframe that and to talk to your audience in a way that's going to get them really excited about what you have to offer, what you're posting in various avenues on social media, and all of that. So I'm really excited to share these 3 mistakes, these super common mistakes that most online entrepreneurs make and that you're probably making without even realizing it. So mistake number 1 is that you're writing in a way that does not connect with your audience or with your ideal client. So when I say content in this capacity, I'm talking about your copy, which is a fancy way of saying the words that you use, the things that you type, that you write, and sometimes it's like a script for a video or whatever. But when I say content in this capacity, we're talking about the words you use, not so much about the images or the design that goes along with it. So just keep that in mind. So good copywriting boils down to this. Write like you speak. So people want to feel like they're connecting with a real human being, especially online. They don't want to feel like they're reading a textbook or a how-to manual or something like that. They want to see and feel that there's a real breathing human being on the other side of that screen. So the more that you can open up and speak to them, use their language, and really show up as someone that they can relate with. And with that said, there's 2 ways to think about that. There's speak your ideal client's language and try to present yourself as this image of what you think they want or how you think they speak. And that is true. There is definitely value in using the exact words that your ideal client uses, which helps if you go back and watch my last video about what to ask your audience and how to really listen to what they're struggling with and then using their exact words in your content, in your copy. But on the other side of that, when we talk about attracting our ideal clients to us, the people who you're here to serve are going to know, like, and trust and really love you for who you are. So don't be afraid to inject some personality in what you're putting out there. And one of the best ways to do that is share stories. Share things that are alive for you in your life. Share a little bit about your experience, or maybe the experience of one of your clients or your friends, with permission, of course. But painting that picture through a story really helps people feel like they're connecting with you, and you've built that world or shared a part of your world that they then get to step into, and really building that connection. One of my most recent posts was something that I shared in my Facebook group that was just me sharing a little bit about how I'm going back to Canada. So letting people in just a little bit into my life and then turning it around and asking a question at the end. The question was, would you rather question, like, would you rather have a home office that you love, or would you rather travel the world digital nomad style? And so people got excited to talk about what they felt they would really like and really built that engagement. That post got nearly 50 comments and was seen by almost half of my group. So that's massive. And it brings me to my next point, or to mistake number 2, which is about not being specific enough about what you're asking people to do, or what action you want them to take, or what like bringing it back around to them. So for example, like with that post that I shared, it wasn't just, hey, look at me, I'm going back to Canada, that's awesome, you guys should really care. And I know the people who follow me do care, they're interested to hear what's going on for me, but I wanted to make sure I brought it back around to them, because we all want to talk about ourselves and we all want to share a bit about ourselves. So giving people that opportunity. Every time you create any kind of content or you post on any social media, whatever it is, you always want to include a call to action. So that can be something as simple as like this post if you agree, or leave a comment, or maybe you ask a specific question like a would you rather something. Bring it back around and be clear. Say, leave a comment below and tell me, like, answer this question, or tell me what you think, or whatever it is that you want them to do. And there's two reasons this is so important. Like I said, more than anything, people want to talk about themselves, and people are interested in your stuff because of how it relates to what's in it for them. That question is gold for anything that you create. If you can ask yourself, what's in it for them? And if you don't have an answer, either come up with an answer or don't post it. If there's nothing in it for your audience, and there's no need to post it, there's no reason to. So even if it's coming back around with, hey, I'd love to hear your thoughts on this, tying it together with that call to action is going to help people really feel that connection with you and to want to engage more with you, and to then eventually, because engagement is just one piece of this, when you have a business, you want to then be able to convert that engagement into sales or into clients. So it all starts with that connection and with that relationship as you show up for them. And the second reason that this is so important is that the engagement that your stuff gets is going to mean more people see it. So especially on social media with the algorithm, which is always changing, if your posts get more likes and more comments and more engagement, it's going to naturally go out to, I guess that's not really naturally, but according to the algorithm, it's going to be shown to more people. So the more people are going to be likely to see your stuff. And that's why it's key, and it's on you to ask those questions, to put a call to action at the end of your post so you get people commenting, so you can reach more people and help more people, because that's what you're here to do, is help people. And mistake number 3, which ties into my giveaway, which I'm super excited about, is that you're just too close to your own stuff and you're trying to do it alone. So you know you, and you know your business better than anyone. And sometimes that's paralyzing. It's like we have all this stuff that we could talk about, but it's about knowing what kinds of things are going to get people really excited to engage. What kinds of things do people really care about? And what is going to create that connection with your audience? And sometimes all you need with this is to be able to bounce ideas off someone, or to look at your stuff from a different perspective, to have another set of eyes on what it is that you're creating, either before it goes live, or looking at stuff that you've already created, you've already put out there, and that you thought was going to be really good and it wasn't. So having that expert opinion on, okay, well, why is that? And the cool thing about being an online entrepreneur is that we get to look back at our stuff and we get to see why it didn't work, or at least ask those questions. Okay, what didn't work here? What can I do differently next time? And then you evolve, you shift course, and then you take what you learned and you get better and better. That's why there's no such thing really as a failure in your business. It's all just a learning experience. This was huge for me, honestly, having someone help me out with my stuff as I brought my website to life. I could have done it on my own, but it would have been like pulling teeth. It would have been me really struggling to figure out the right thing to say, and then maybe getting into that perfectionist mode of like, well, I don't know if I should say this. Maybe I should say it another way, and blah, blah, blah. But having someone to be there with me to co-create that stuff was massive. It made the whole process a whole lot easier. The end result was a lot better than I could have ever created on my own. So that is, it just goes to show you, A, you don't have to do stuff on your own, and B, you probably shouldn't be doing it on your own. That's why I want to celebrate the launch of my website by paying it forward and giving you the opportunity to have your content reviewed by me. So I want to be that other set of eyes on your stuff and take a look at what's not working. Take a look at what is working, what you're already doing really well with that you can continue to do, but most importantly, look at how you can get better and how you can reach more people and get more engagement and all of that. So how it works is you're going to choose what, well, let me rewind a little bit. How it works is I'm going to be giving away 10 of these content reviews. So to 10 lucky winners. I was originally just going to do one, and then I was going to do a handful, and I was like, you know what, I'm feeling really generous. I'm really excited about this because I am here to help you help people. That's what really gets me excited about being in this space as a business coach, is that it's that ripple effect. And it's that the more I can help you show up with better content, with the skills to continue to create better content, the more you're going to be able to help people, and the more that we're going to be able to make a shift and make that ripple effect of positive change around the planet. So for 10 lucky winners, you're going to be getting a personalized content review, and you get to choose what you want me to look at. So maybe what's feeling most overwhelming for you? What do you feel the most stuck with? What do you know you could use some help with? So it can be either your website, maybe it'll be one page of your website, maybe a landing page that you've put together already that you want me to look at. It can be your Facebook business page. How can you drive traffic to your stuff through your Facebook page? How can you, if your goal is maybe to get more likes on your page, which really honestly doesn't really matter that much. It's all about how much people are actually seeing your stuff. It can be your Instagram. Maybe you have something specific like your bio isn't really working for you, or how do you use that link in your Instagram bio better, or how do you get more people commenting on your post, all that sort of stuff. How do you like share more about you and your business and your brand? And originally when I posted this giveaway, I've hinted at it, I've kind of dropped the details in Instagram. I left it at that. It was website or landing page, Facebook business page, and Instagram. But the more I feel into it, the more I'm feeling that I want to open it up as well to, if you have an existing lead magnet, you know I talk about this a lot. It's that piece of content that you use to attract people to your email list. If you have a lead magnet that you want me to look at, I'm happy to look at that as well. Or an email sequence that maybe you've already put together, it's running, but you know you want to be getting more engagement, more people opening and clicking in those emails, and just like how do you piece that email sequence together to lead in concisively, I guess that's the word, into where you want them to, like what action you want them to take from that email sequence. So you choose one of those. All the details will be on the application page, which is chelseybenzl.com/content-review. I'll come back around and leave that URL in this video so you have that. So go on over there and fill out the form. Tell me what you want me to look at. And then if you're one of the 10 lucky winners, I'll be in touch with you to schedule an actual call with me where I'm going to share the results of your review, and we're going to have a conversation. I'm going to share the tips that I have for you, some simple actionable tips for you based on your content review. And then full disclosure, if there's something that I know I can help you with, then we might talk about some of my coaching programs and what action steps you can take from there. But there's, of course, no obligation to take it any further. Like I said, I'm doing this so that I can help you show up and create better content for your audience so that you can build that connection with your tribe and grow your business. So I'm really excited about this. I've never done anything like this before, any sort of giveaway like this, and I'm really, really excited. If you have any comments or any questions that I haven't answered about the giveaway, just let me know. Leave a comment on this live or wherever it is, or even when you're filling out the application, there's a space to add some notes at the end. So feel free to just get in there and get your name in the draw so that I can look at your stuff and help you create better content for your audience. Okay, I'm gonna leave it at that for you. I'll pop back around to answer any questions, anything at all. And again, make sure if you haven't already that you join us over in the Soulpreneur Society. This giveaway is only available to the members of my group, so make sure you join us. The link is in the description of this video. All right, so much love to you. I hope you have an amazing day, and I'll talk to you again soon.